Welcome to part 2 of finding out what the hell's going on with my knee. So today is the day I get my MRI. So I've just finished a 4K swim and then a gym set, and now I'm off to work from 10 o'clock to 1:30, and then I got my MRI at 3:45 in St Kilda, and then after that I got to go back down the other side of the peninsula to work from 5 till 9. And that's my day. So hopefully we get some kind of indication at the actual MRI of what's going on, but we'll have to wait until my actual doctor's appointment and when the results come in, and then book a doctor's appointment to get the full rundown of what's actually going on in the knee. So that's the day. If you haven't watched part 1, go have a sus. I wasn't really sure, to be honest, yesterday was a tough day. I felt really pretty down. The knee has definitely been really quite sore over the last couple days. I had to finish a ride early a few days ago, and that really bummed me out because previously to that, when I was feeling really hopeful and up and about, I thought, well, I can still ride, but potentially not. And the knee just generally has been pretty sore throughout the days, to the point that yesterday when I was at work last night, I could barely walk. It was such sharp stabbing pain, and it's just, I don't know, it's not that enjoyable walking around just being in pain all day every day. So look, while I was just swimming then, I keep wanting to find meaning in the suffering, right? So I feel like this whole year there's been times, setbacks where you can either let the setback win, or you can actually find ways to make the most of that setback and grow through the setback. And particularly something that while I was away was very helpful was reading Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, who was a prisoner of war during World War II, and he's a psychologist. And what he talks a lot about, if you've not read the book, you should read it. What he talks a lot about is finding meaning in suffering. And for me, suffering is obviously relative, but right now is the inability to properly train, and can't really swim and can't really ride and run. So while I was in the pool, I don't know, I was tossing up the idea of potentially doing some kind of challenge where I try swim 30k a week for a month, and just see what results that turns out, see how my body responds, just really push that swim and see what we can do with that, because then by the time I can ride and run, and maybe I can ride, we'll see what the doctors say, but by the time I can train properly, I'll have that swimming right up there, and I know I can get my riding back up there real quick. I think what the frustrating bit is I just feel like, I had such good riding fitness before while I was racing in Europe, and I just don't want to lose that completely by having another month or 2 off or something, I just can't wait until I get 2 years of everything going smoothly, but the last 3 or whatever haven't. But that's all right, we've grown through that, and you learn through that, and if you can learn through that, that's all right, as long as we're progressing. So anyway, I guess I wanted to be honest with how I'm feeling, because I guess it isn't all sunshine and rainbows, and it's something I'm well aware of. Having had some mental health difficulties in the past, I am well aware of injuries can be a really big thing, especially when, what's it been, 8 months now or something, 7 months now, and I'm potentially looking at another 3-4 months. So just trying to be honest with you guys, and we'll see what happens. I'll let you know how the actual MRI goes, and then hopefully take you to the doctors, and we'll find out what the results really are. So thanks for coming along for the journey, and stick around. just heading to the radiology place now to get the MRI. So yeah, I'll check back in after. Alright, MRI is all done. Pretty cool, very grateful to live in a country that just has such good medical, options and availabilities. They didn't give me any indication of what it was, so just wait to see the doctor. Now we've got to run off to work. So I'm finally on my way home from work. Yeah, so it's 9:30 now. It's been a big day, been a very big day, and yes, so hopefully tomorrow I can fill you in on, hopefully we get some kind of either a booking for a doctor's appointment or maybe he'll give me a phone call and tell me the results. I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And the plan is to go for a swim tomorrow morning before work, but that's the plan. It's very late and I haven't even eaten dinner yet. I've got to make dinner and then I'm very tired. And I got another big day at work tomorrow as well. So, but yes, the plan is I'll go for a swim in the morning. So I woke up this morning to text from the radiology and they sent the scans, but obviously I don't know how to read them. So, and I can't get into the doctors till Monday. So I've sent the scans to a couple people hoping that they might be able to, physios and stuff, that they might be able to read them, but yeah, so just waiting now to see if anyone knows. Well, I've just arrived at the pool after work, my first shift, and so I ended up calling the doctor, just shut that in case it's windy. I ended up calling the doctor and asking them to send the results through to Mel, my chiropractor and friend from Survivor, to have a look. And then I reached out to a few other people I know as well. And I got a physio to have a look at it. And I've just heard both of their takes on it in the last couple minutes. So, but it's all a bit inconclusive and we need to find out a bit more from the doctor and potentially another specialist. It appears as though there's no actual tears in anything, which is great. But what is apparent is there's fluid in the knee. There's a couple tendons that are inflamed. And then there's this other thing that's something, there's something else that's not quite right with it. And in Mel's words, I don't know what the F that is, but it seems pretty serious. So it appears as though there's a number of issues all there together. And yeah, but as long there's no structural damage, so that's good. It'll be interesting to hear what the doctor says. And I'll probably end up having to go. It also says that there's some other scans that they'd like to do of the knee. But yeah, it's not structural, so I guess that's a good thing. It's just I don't really know how long any of that other stuff takes to heal or how to fix it, or I'm assuming they can just remove the fluid, but then what's the other damage that's around that and stuff, so, and how long that takes to heal. But yeah, I was getting pretty anxious, just the fact that I knew that my results were there, but the doctor couldn't fit me until Monday. Just I don't understand that at all. So I'm glad I was able to get some people to take a look at it. And yeah, it's interesting. I guess I'll just wait until Monday now, and yeah, I'm gonna go for a swim, and then it's Ruby's birthday, my girlfriend's birthday tomorrow, so I'm just gonna go. I gotta buy a card and a couple things, and then drop that off at her place, and then I gotta go to work, and then finish work at 8, and then we're gonna go see Barbie. And then it's her birthday tomorrow, so then we've got a few things on in between work, and so I'll have a decently busy weekend, so that'll be good to kind of keep my mind off of it. Just between work, training, and doing some things for her birthday. So yeah, and then I guess I'll check in when I check in, but just signing off for today unless I hear anything more as the day goes on. So I finished up at the doctor's about an hour ago, and very much still processing everything that is going on. It's probably going to take me a couple of days to really get my head around it, and I think the whole take-home message from the doctors was there's no clear answer of what is causing it and what's caused it to go on for so long. So it seems as though, there's a couple tendons, including the ACL, that are swollen, and they're not very happy, and they've copped a bit of a beating. And okay, kind of not really surprised about that. Good thing is that, yes, there appears to be no tears or no torn cartilage or anything, so that's really good. There's fluid in the knee, but he's not too worried about that. Saying that, that's just a byproduct of the swollen tendons and stuff, and it will go away. But it's probably that fluid that is now causing me the discomfort. So doesn't necessarily believe that the discomfort is actually a bad thing, because it's not causing any damage, I believe. But it's also, there's still a chance that the ITB syndrome is causing some kind of discomfort as well, potentially. So he's told me we need to now, next step is to go back to a physio or a specialist to help return to training, is what the doctor said. So we need a structured plan to work on the particular issues for this specialist to have a closer look, now knowing the results from the MRI of what might be causing it. Okay, what are the next steps now to start working so that we can slowly return to running now, apparently. About the issues on the bike and why I might be feeling the discomfort, he doesn't really know. Again, probably the fluid. So really, not a lot of answer, not a big answer from that. But what is positive is that the knee seems to be intact, and it just copped an absolute beating, and all this shit just takes a long time to heal. And we just need to be really careful now about how we return to training, do it carefully and understanding how the body works, and potentially doing some biomechanics to make sure we're being very careful with not overloading anything, and working the right areas. So it's a bit to kind of process, and not having a clear answer is also, a bit funny, and I don't really know, team. I hope you've enjoyed kind of coming on this bit of a roller coaster of this journey of a knee, and what's really been 7 months now. And I guess I'm glad we're starting to get some answers and some proper clarification about what the next steps are, and hopefully whoever I see, whether I go back to that original physio I saw, he can really work to progress the knee in the right direction. And he, the plan is to then hopefully with that plan of returning to running, to just see how it goes. And if it's not getting better in 6 to 8 weeks is what the doctor said, then he said we might need to go to an orthopedic surgeon to get their perspective and whether there is something that needs, whether we do need some kind of surgery on the ACL, whatever intervention there needs to happen. So it's just a kind of a elimination. Let's eliminate, what's that saying? My brain's pretty overloaded at the moment. Process of elimination, and we'll just work things out. But I think I'm going to try getting back on the bike, try the gym a bit, just low weights, because I didn't really do much this last week, just because I was nervous of doing anything silly and damaging anything more than I need to. So we'll just start slowly returning and book in to see someone and get their perspective on returning to running. But that's, I guess that's exciting. And I guess we'll just see how the knee copes with all that. Crazy, people. Crazy, but I'm motivated as hell to return to proper training and start kicking some ass. So there you go. What a journey, hey? I'll probably check in a couple of days and let you know how I kind of went with who I've booked into, and see how we go from there. So just been doing some more pondering. Hope you're coping okay with these videos of me talking. Spoken to a few people, my strength coach, Mel, my chiro, a few people. Everyone has a different opinion on what you should do, what you should be doing. You should be training, you shouldn't be training, you should be, I don't know, clapping to the moon, you shouldn't be clapping to the moon. Everyone's got a different opinion. And it's frustrating. It's just like, fucking hell. It's like, I got a sore knee, can someone just fix it? Like, it's, but I think it's just an odd one. No one has an answer right now, and you just keep ticking things off the list. But so I've booked back into the original physio I saw. I think it's a good place to start now that I've got the MRI. I can show him the results and see what he says the next steps are, and we can look at it from there. But I couldn't get in for 2 weeks, so it's another 2 weeks down. So in the meantime, given the results and the advice, I'm going to try returning to cycling, and I'll try returning to the gym as well. Just doing some light stuff, and obviously just keep swimming, which I have. I've been getting some good swim training in. So, we'll just go from there, and I think that'll probably wrap up. This video, and I guess I'll check in the next video with how my knee went with the physio and what his thoughts are, and it's just really, you just got to really keep your mind in check, and it can be very overwhelming and frustrating. All I want to be doing is training. So we'll just keep moving forward. And thanks very much if you've made it this far, for joining me on this journey of the last couple vids. I know it's been a lot of talking, but maybe for someone out there you've enjoyed the process, and thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.